Hey guys, we just want to jump in here with a live update. We have some exciting news.
As a lot of you would have seen, we have put our Zone caravan up for sale. This caravan that we've been travelling in for the last 2 years is now for sale. We've got some exciting things coming up. Obviously, a new van on the horizon, which is why this one's going up for sale. If you are interested in buying it, jump over to our Instagram and Facebook.
And all the details and stuff, what's in it, all the extras and stuff are on there. So, yeah, go check it out.
Our time on Tassie is coming to an end. We're just actually packing at the moment to head out, to get ready to head back. We've just done a heap of washing at the caravan park here at Turners Beach, back up near Devonport. But we're going to take you back. A couple of weeks ago, we were down on Bruny Island and had an absolutely cracking time. So let's get into it. Let's go and see what our Tassie adventure on Bruny Island was like.
All right, let's dive in. Good morning. This morning we are actually in the industrial estate stocking up on some coffee because we're off to Bruny Island for a week. So we've just been staying at the Longley Hotel for the last 2 nights. It's a pub campground on the creek, and all you got to do is go buy something from the pub, which twist our arms. The Palmers are amazing. Highly recommend it if you are into pubs and camping at the same time. It's about half an hour drive from Hobart and half an hour from the Bruny Island ferry. So the ferry operates all the time basically. You just rock up, you don't need to book it, but you just queue and wait. So keen for Bruny Island. I've just heard nothing but good things. Good wine, good food, good cheese. Apparently the bread is amazing. Oh, looking forward to it. Just grabbing your essentials.
I got the merchandise. Just a couple of kilos of beans.
That should be enough for the week.
That should last us till the weekend, yeah. They don't have card sales, so I've got to transfer them some money. I forgot to take my phone. We're in the queue now to jump on the ferry over to Bruny. So, yeah, I don't know how long we're going to have to wait here. It looks like there's a fair queue. It's, what time is it, 10 o'clock in the morning? I think if you get here earlier, from what we've heard, it's a little bit cheaper and you'll get over a bit quicker. But if you know us, we don't do early. You're going to have to incentivise me with more than just a little discount to get me here early, that's for sure. I think we're going to do about a week over there though, so really excited to go and check it all out. We've got a few days to just sit around camp and get some work done, and then a few days to go and explore the island. So there we go.
Let us know in the comments if you've been to Bruny, what is your favourite thing to see or do there? What are your must-do things on Bruny Island? Leave them in the comments below.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. You too. All length trailers are the same price.
Yeah.
So it's about $50 for a car, 110. I think it's 48 for a car and 110 with any trailer.
If you're a bit like us and you don't like to do a lot of research just because it's overwhelming, most of my research comes from having a yarn to people who have been in the opposite direction. Bruny Island, there's so much to see, so much to do. As you get on the ferry, they give you this little guide. It's actually, as far as guides go, one of the better ones. It's got all the paid attractions and things like that. There's obviously who pays for the brochure to be made, but then it's also got a list of all the accommodation that's on the island. And sorry, James is just making fart noises in the background.
James, can you stop making fart noises while we're trying to talk to the YouTube people, please, mate?
Parent life.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
It's got a list of all the accommodation that's on the island. It's got a list of all the services. So it tells you there's a pharmacy, there's a tow service, there's a post office, there's a health clinic on the island as well. What I really like about it is it's got all the walks listed on it, so they're all there for you, and all the places you can go out to eat. So it's got where the cheese factory is, it's got where the chocolate factory is, the whiskey place, the cider place, the raspberry place, yeah, the bread, the bakery. I'm very excited about that, and it just makes life really easy. You see it on a map, kids love it, they've been through it, they've picked out what they want to do, and that's pretty much how we've planned our entire Bruny Island experience base, supplemented with the extensive research that we've already done.
There's only one fuel stop on the island at Adventure Bay, so probably worth fueling up before you get over here, because I don't imagine that's the cheapest fuel around. And there is dump points on the island. There's at least one anyway, but you're probably worth doing some research if you need dump points where they are. Yeah, but pretty handy bit of kit, and you get that as you get on the ferry, so you don't have to worry about trying to find it or anything. They hand it to you when you get your ticket.
So beautiful here already. We just, as I was filming just before, I was looking this way, and an eagle just launched itself in front of our caravan with a like marsupial in its talons. It was so cool. Just quietly, this might be a record for Tassie. We're going to be...
Not just Tassie, but in recent memory, I don't know the last time that we were in camp before midday.
Crazy.
We just arrived at the Neck, so this is, we just had some signage saying caution, the Neck wildlife zone. So there's obviously a bit of stuff happening around here. I know you can see penguins here. They don't call them fairy penguins, they call them little penguins. I assume they're a different species, but we're only a couple of minutes from camp now.
Let's get into camp, hey? Get the coffee machine rolling.
Yeah, it's still
We've got
time for second coffee, you beauty.
And we're fully loaded with the coffee. We've been calling them life seeds right now. They're just getting us through the parenting, working, touring, studying
Yeah, we've been
of life.
Been in a bit of bad habits lately. We've just been a lot of staying up late, working and doing stuff, and then getting up, and maybe a little bit on Netflix. Let's be honest.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. And then just sleeping in, getting up late, feeling lethargic when I haven't been exercising in the morning. Or yeah, we've got to get back into some better routine, I think. So we were saying at Christmas time, it'll be right once we get back to Tassie, we'll be doing heaps of walks and heaps of exercise and stuff. I think we did about 3 days and then lost that, but it's not too late to get it back. Still time.
We'll see how we go.
What a cracking day it is down here. The wind is barely existent. It's dead flat, very still. Whole beach to ourselves. There is not a soul here except for us, which is pretty nice. And it's all of 50 metres walk from the campground. Bloody perfect. Looks like we might get a bit of weather though, so maybe enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts could be the order of the day.
I think it's the motto of Tassie, enjoy it while the weather's good.
Yeah. Never take the weather for granted. Enjoy it while it's good, because it never lasts. So we decided to base ourselves at the Neck campground just because of how central it is, really. It's right in the middle of the island, between what they call South Bruny and North Bruny. They're almost two different islands, just connected by the Neck, as it's called. It's I think it's $10, $2.50 per kid over 5, and $15 for a family. So yeah, pretty affordable. And like we said, everything on the island from the Neck campground is about 25-30 minutes. A lot of people did recommend to us to go to, I think it's Cloudy Bay campground, which is right down the bottom of the island, which is apparently is a really, really good campground. We're probably going to go down there for a day trip and check it out, but I'm not sure that we'll camp there just because we kind of want to explore. By the time we get work done and school and all that sort of stuff, we got to just grab those opportunities to go exploring. So the Neck campground makes it really easy, and we're only here for a week, so to move campsites and stuff, it just chews up time that we don't really need to do. So we'll definitely go to hang out at Cloudy Bay and check it out, but we probably won't camp down there. There is a caravan park at Adventure Bay. There's a couple of hip camps on the island, and there is one other national park campground. I think there's 3 on the island in total. But we're just going to hang out here for today. I think we might even, there's talk of a brewery and a cheese factory this afternoon.
Apparently it's all together. There's beer, wine, cheese, gin.
Rumours of gin as well, yeah.
In the playground, apparently.
Or a play area.
Play area.
Play area,
I
think.
Look,
but we'll take it. Yeah.
I can hear it calling my name. I don't know if anyone else's kids do this, but I swear our kids, like here's James right now, he's loading his pockets with sand to just like put out in our bed sheet later. Like I think he just hides it in there just to put in our bed sheets later. I don't know. Do your kids do that too? Maybe it's just ours. If you've got any tips for keeping sand out of your van, we're all ears.
And not that stupid talcum powder on there.
Yeah, everyone talks about talcum powder.
Or baby powder, same thing.
Your kids would have to be dry, otherwise they get glue. Like, they just turn into clag glue if you put talcum powder on them.
I don't get how it works. We've tried the baby powder, talcum powder thing before. I think you put it on the wet sand, on their legs, and then it dries out the sand and it's meant to just fall off. But we've tried it before. I don't know. We're either doing it wrong or it doesn't work. It's a myth, or people swear by it. Every time we ask this question, that's the number one thing people say, but I don't know. Are we doing it wrong? Let us know. Leave us a comment. While you're down there clicking around, leaving us a comment, don't forget to subscribe as well.
We're not from the beach. We didn't grow up on the beach. We don't know what we're doing. We're just winging it.
So as we expected, the rain did come when we're at the beach, so we bunkered down in the van for a bit, and it has not gone away. Beer still tastes good when it's wet.
I said to Simon, do you want me to plug the phones in to navigate, or do you know the way? And he just looked at me and goes, I know the way.
To be fair, there's only like 4 roads on Bruny Island, I'm pretty sure, and I'm committed to memory as soon as I saw the brewery sign where it was.
Doesn't look like we're the only ones with the idea of going to the brewery in the rain. Oh, see how we go.
With a handful of cracking beers on tap, more cheese than you can poke a stick at, and a great family-friendly vibe, we can highly recommend dropping into the Cheese Factory.
Why are you in the passenger seat, darling?
Thought I'd ride on the other side of the car this afternoon, just in case there was any traffic incidents or anything like that. Can recommend the brewery. It's not actually a brewery, it's the Cheese Factory mixed with the Bruny Island Brewing Company, but I don't think they actually brew the beer on site. So they have brews there. I tried most of them, a couple of them twice. It's been a long afternoon. I'm pretty sure they shut about an hour ago. We might have overstayed our welcome, but you know, it was a fun afternoon. So anyway, I've had plenty.
The cheese was amazing.
Oh, the cheese. Yeah, I forgot about the cheese. Cheese was good. Platter was good. We had smoked wallaby. Different, I know. But that's the thing in Tassie. We've noticed plenty of people like to have a dabble of the wallaby down here, which is good. Yeah, so it's back to camp now. The sun's come out now. The rain's left us behind, which is much appreciated. Classic Tassie though.
And now I get to listen to Simon backseat drive.
Phew! Simon.
Anyone else's husband?
It means I'm DJ as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. The Venga bus is coming. Da 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 da. Put your window down. It's the same. It's the same with the window on. Oh, I broke it. Bucket! He's out for a wee already.
Wait.
No, you're not going that way. You're going this way.
Yeah.
Bucket!
I'm embarrassed to be with you.
Bruny! Yeah! I'm not ashamed to say I do not know the words to this song. All I know is the Venga bus is coming. And that's meant to be a good thing. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one.
Oh my goodness. Is that your pet wombat?
Sounds like Cheryl Crow.
She's a baby. Oh, Jamesy, can you see? I'll pay you so much money to cook me dinner right now and put my kids to bed.
the bed already.
Not yet, mate.
All right. You can only do it on low tide. Right, so we've just come for a little explore down to Cloudy Bay. You can drive down on the beach at low tide. It's pretty hard packed.
Kicked on for a little bit at camp last night, got a bit rowdy, but anyway, all good fun.
Are we out of beer?
No, we're not out of beer. And the brewery is not far away. I know where to go to get more. So everything's going to be okay. So I'm trying to do sunnies off, so I'm not rude talking to you, but anyway, it is bright, so excuse the squint. We've just come right up the very end of the beach. Have a look at this. It's just absolutely spectacular here. Just perfect. And we've got the whole end of the beach to ourselves. There's no one else around. It's absolutely spot on. We're going to just park up here for a couple of hours, let the kids have a play. We're going to chill. And yeah, this is us for the Arvo. What do you reckon, Harrison? Perfect. Well, that was bloody spot on, perfect. The kids had a ball. We got to chill out and relax for a bit. We actually started filming one of our off-grid videos, which you've probably already seen by now. But anyway, that's where we filmed it, if you were wondering. That'll do us for today. We're gonna go home, have a nice, quick and easy dinner. It's getting pretty late already. Kids are starving, hungry. We'll go and make up a quick dinner and see you guys in the morning.
All right, winner chicken dinner. Wood-fired bread just magically appears in this bread box, this fridge that's on the side of the road. It is apparently the best bread. Everyone talks about it. And we've just jagged it so that we've got some warm bread. So I might have gone to town. We've got a sultana loaf to eat on our way to the lighthouse. A normal, just delicious loaf. And I don't want to say it in front of the kids, but Anzac cookies with chocolate chip. It's going to be insane.
On the way up to the Cape Bruny Lighthouse, we pulled in at the lookout here to try some of this bread, and oh my goodness, can I say, this product does live up to the hype. This was sensational. Back in the car, we headed up to the lighthouse itself. This is the Cape Bruny Lighthouse, built in 1838. It's the second oldest lighthouse still standing in Australia. And at the time it was built, it was Australia's 4th lighthouse. Spotted this friendly little echidna along the way and then headed up the top of the hill to check out the lighthouse itself and enjoy these cracking views from up here on the headland.
They say down here in Tassie, if you don't like the weather, wait a couple of hours, and I've got to say, they're spot on because we've been caught out today. We're well overdressed for the way the weather is. It was pretty cold this morning at camp and pretty rainy right up until lunchtime when we left. And now the sun's come out, it's turned it on. It's still a bit breezy, but it's bloody warm. I could nearly go for a swim. Don't write your day off. Don't write your day off. If you wake up to a bit of rain and overcast conditions, make plans for the afternoon because there's a good chance it'll change.
Not far from the Cape Bruny Lighthouse is Jetty Beach. This is where one of the other national park campgrounds are on the island, and this, I've got to say, was one of our favourite beaches on all of Bruny Island. Good camping here as well. This is probably our favourite campground on the island. Only downside is you are a little bit of a drive from anywhere else on the island.
Rightio, dinner time. We're going to try and do some sort of chicken burger. It'll really just be a chicken sandwich because it's bread, obviously. I can't call it a burger if it's not on a bun, personally. But anyway,
We've got about 1 kilo of chicken thighs here, which might sound a lot, but chicken thighs are a really good lunch meat option as well. So when we do cook them up on the barbecue, like we are tonight for dinner, we cook plenty of extra, and that way we've got some lunch meat. Reasonably healthy and very affordable way to do lunch meat rather than buying those pre-cooked meats from the deli and things like that. On the chicken, I'm just throwing on some Vegeta seasoning, which is like the veggie stock powder stuff. Mates of ours put us onto it years ago, and yeah, we've never looked back. We use it all the time as our favourite chicken seasoning. I'm going to throw that on there. Then we're just going to do a really simple burger with just some lettuce, tomato, onion, and a bit of cheese. And then we've got a couple of special condiments as well. We'll throw some mustard on there, I reckon. And or Liz wants to do sweet chilli and koopy as well, which could also be good. So I might have to have two, just to try one of each, eh? Righto. So first things first, I'm going to get this chicken and give it a little bit of love. All pretty simple so far. Cook chicken, cook onions, job done on the Weber. On those onions, by the way, we throw a little bit of paprika powder on your onions. If you haven't tried a little bit of paprika powder on your onions, give it a crack. It's our little thing that we like to do. It's, yeah, tastes delicious. So I'll throw a bit of beer on them later as well, because you can't have onions without a bit of beer on them. But yeah.
We also just load the onions with as much spice as we can, because our kids do not eat spice or onions.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So, yeah, the onions are usually pretty spicy.
That makes it a bit easier. I was gonna ask you to get me a beer, but you're out there cleaning, so I'll go and get myself a beer. How about that? Hey? All right. Oh, is there any left? Oh, yep. I've been getting into the local beers, as in Tasmanian. Obviously, gave the Bruny Island ones a fair crack the other day. They're good, in case you were wondering. But yeah, even the mainstream ones, like these are the Cascade drafts. I had some of the Cascade Pale Ale off tap the other day. I've been drinking the Bogues, Triple X. I just like, it's really, what are you laughing at?
Just really supporting the local economy.
No, I'm just saying, it's one of the things I really enjoy about travelling is trying different beers around the country.
And the coffee. We've got our new coffee.
Yeah, with the beans, it's good too, and wines and everything.
Yeah,
like
coffee,
it's just
wine,
like we're not big
produce.
food. We're not certainly no foodies. We're not foodies or anything. There's no way anyone would describe us as that.
Never.
I'm probably as close as you'd get to a connoisseur of beer. Yeah. Anyway, I try plenty. Yeah, and we don't mind having a wine here and there, and gins and stuff. There's just some, I don't know. There's just some really good stuff getting around the country.
Yeah, Tassie gin is just out of control. When you go to a bar and they're like, can I have a gin and tonic? And they're like, which gin would you like? There's 30 here to sample. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, there's just no sort of normal gin or mainstream gin. I think the average
one or two.
The average hotel or bar in most places of the country, you might have 2 choices at the most of what gin you're going to get. Here it's like 6 is the minimum. Even on the Spirit of Tassie there was a huge range of
13 types of gin
different
on the
gins.
Spirit of Tassie.
And they're all Tasmanian, which is cool. We still haven't come across a gin distillery though, so I'm wondering where they're all hiding. But all right, chicken's done, onions are done. Lisa's cut up all the salady stuff.
I'll bring it out.
Lisa's going to bring it out. Did you hear that? She's bringing it out. So we're going to knock it all up. Let's knock it all up.
So Simon's in charge of cutting the bread, because there are 2 things in life that I have not mastered. Cutting bread or cheese evenly is one of them.
Cutting anything straight.
I like wedges. I don't know. I struggle. And stacking dishwashers is not my forte either. No pressure. I mean, you've got to nail this.
That is tough bread to cut. The bottom crust is thick as. That's my excuse anyway. Okay. Right, it's good bread. It's always risky when there's a lot of hype around something, that the reality's not going to stack up. All right, bit of chicken, cheese on top, bit of tomato, bit of lettuce. Told you should have done this. Onion should not go. Okay, that's a retake of that. That's shocking.
I think it'll be a winner. And then
That is the most appalling effort at a chicken sandwich I've ever had.
No,
I forgot about condiments. I forgot about the fact there was onion until the end, putting it on top of the lettuce. Put your condiment on that bit. Put it on the lid.
I will. Simon is you're such a, what's the word, perfectionist. You have such rules. This bit of bread, seriously, would weigh about 300 grams. It's like so thick, so heavy. All right, I'm gonna take that inside.
Or you're just taking it away. It's so embarrassing. She's just taking it away. Not even going to show you what the condiments she's putting on it are. Anyway, I'm just picking out here because I'm starving. I'm going to have a bit of mustard on mine. Let's rip into this. I'm obviously a terrible presenter. I'm never going to get a job on TV. What are you having?
What would Gordon Ramsay say about you, darling? All right, he would say even worse things about me, righto? Ready? For the drizzle. Shh.
So that's what it needed.
Bit of that.
Your touch.
And then, just like, sweet chili sauce reminds me of childhood because it just does.
I think I'm doing that.
But you can't do mustard and sweet chili.
No. Yeah, cancel that. I'm not doing the mustard. I'm doing that. I'm doing the Koopy and sweet chili. That looks the bomb. We're going to cut this up, rip into it. We'll see you guys in the morning.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. Bruny Island bread for the win.
Incoming! Oh, nearly got wet. Morning.
Morning.
This morning's adventure is the Fluted Cape Walk. Now, it's split into two parts, this walk. There's 2 Ks out to Green Point and back. So that's 2 Ks each way, sorry. So 4 Ks return. Or there's the Fluted Cape Circuit, which is about 5.2 K, I think it was, return. And it goes right up to the top of the cliffs at Fluted Cape itself. James just fell over on the beach as trying to run away from a wave and got his pants saturated. Yeah, we're all of 100 meters into this walk. It hasn't started well. It's really weird. This beach is like a dark, almost black sand, literally just over the bay behind me. Oh, I just got wet feet again. This is not going well. Damn it! That wasn't part of the plan. Anyway, I'll try. Just literally across the bay there behind me, over at Adventure Bay, is the purest white sand. It's like that squeaky sand you walk on. Super fine white sand. So interesting that this side of the bay is this really black sand.
There is trouble. It's hard to confide. You move my world round.
This is not going well. James is now cutting himself.
What did you cut yourself on? That big stick.
No matter what I say, it's black or white, not gray. Gotta stay loose when next to you, for sure, or else you get bruised.
This is a beautiful hike. It's just gorgeous. There's a few tree roots and rocks and things like that. The ground's a little uneven, and I've stumbled a few times, but I've just looked at Simon, and again, classic Simon footwear.
Hey. Pluggers get me into a lot of places in this country.
He's just bought 2 new pairs because his last pair were on the blink. He had a bread clip holding them together. The last few hikes he's worn his boots because he didn't trust his pluggers. He's got a few new sets now, they're like 2 for 1 deal.
Because you get caught out and you can't bloody get to a shop that has good pluggers, especially the west coast of Tassie. There was nowhere to get them. I'm like, I'm not going to get caught out again. And it was 2 for $30, so I grabbed a second pair, so I've got a spare set now. Can't go wrong.
How are you not sponsored by like a thong company? beyond me. You are the pin-up boy of hiking in thongs.
Keep driving me crazy. Easy kids.
What a cracking walk that was. That was a really easy couple of Ks to get out here. We made it out to Green Point. So we're going to skip the fluted Cape walk, which climbs a bit more steeply from here and then loops back around, and Jordan's back on. It's been one of those walks. James has hurt himself at least 3 times. He just split his finger open after falling over, so we had to ask some other walkers for some Band-Aids because turns out we've run out. So we need to restock on Band-Aids because we go through more of them than a bloody hospital.
It's so true.
This wraps up our Bruny Island adventure. We hope you guys have enjoyed this one. We've had an amazing time on Bruny Island.
Oh, absolutely. Just book yourself over for as long as you possibly can. It's been really interesting because at first it felt really touristy, like that all the good things were paid experiences like cruises and beer, like breweries, cheese factories, chocolate factories, honey and stuff. But it's just so much more than that. There are so
Heaps
many
more.
Amazing hikes. There are so many beautiful beaches that you get to them and you're just like blown away that no one else is there. You're just like, how is no one else here? This is crazy. It's, you know, if this is the east coast of New South Wales, there'd be 500 people on it on any given day at any given time that they're that beautiful. And it's just such a slow pace to life here. I really love it. I think that if it was this weather all year round, it's not by any means warm, but if it was this weather all year round, this would be where we'd be living, for sure.
It's lucky to be
live here.
It's going to be lucky to be this weather for the next hour, so we'll take it while it lasts. I'd say give yourself at least 3 or 4 days on Bruny, longer if you can, which will give you an opportunity, as we said the other day, to dodge the bad weather and just make the most of the good weather. Even though it's a little island, it does take a little while to get your way around. There's only a handful of roads on the island, and as I said, those southern ones are dirt roads, so obviously the going's a little bit slower there. We're going to jump back on the ferry, head into Hobart for a couple of days to restock. The next time we see you, we're hitting up the East Coast. We've been looking forward to this since we jumped on the ferry. West Coast was awesome, remote, rugged, and wild. East Coast, it's going to be awesome. Stunning beaches, beautiful coastlines, some of the most iconic places in Tasmania coming up. Wineglass Bay,
Fresnay National Park.
Fresnay, Bay of Fires, all of that coming up. Can't wait to show you all that in the upcoming episodes. Next week will be the next episode of our Off-Grid series. Can't wait to show you all that. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to the channel and we'll see you guys next Sunday.
See you next Sunday, guys. Just gotta fix my hair first, Simon. You know what I'm like. Oh, it's because this is the first time I see myself first thing in the morning.
Okay. Oh, I just dropped the tongs in the sand. Something really important to say to camera, and now I can't remember what it is. Sorry, camera. Chef's prerogative.
What was that?
Nothing. Okay. That sun's in a terrible spot. You think by after 2 years of doing this, we'd know how to point a camera. We have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's my second beer. Oh, James is down.
Whoa.
James just got very wet. Apart from that, we're, yeah, interesting. What else am I saying? What else do I talk about at this point? What do we normally do here?
Oh, I don't know. James has got wet pants. Wet trackies on a hike in cold.
Oh, the weather. That's what I was going to talk about.
The weather. Don't worry, we didn't leave you behind.